Hello friends, in the series on the income tax cases, today we will discuss a case which is based on a concept that if the assessee does not debit some amount into its profit and loss account, but the assessee is claiming that amount regularly into its computation of income either in the preceding year and in the subsequent year also, so whether the assessing officer has a right to deny the deduction of that expense which is related to the business of the assessee just because of the reason that its nomenclature is different, or it is not debited, or it is not routed through the profit and loss account. And the second issue was that if some advances has been given for the purpose of the business, and if those advances are not recoverable by the assessee, so whether those expenses can be claimed as an expense of the business. And the third issue was that whether the consistency has any role in the income tax proceedings. These three issues have been settled by Honorable Delhi ITAT A bench in the case of Birla Soft Limited versus Assistant Commissioner of Income Tax. This case is reported in 127 ITR Tribunal at page number 63, and the date of the judgment is 16th April 2025. The facts of the case are like this. The present case relates to the assessment year 14-15, and the assessee has claimed an expense of rupees 86,30,697 into its computation of income as rent or lease equalization reserve, calculated in accordance with Accounting Standard 19, which require lease expenses to be spread over a span of period. When the assessment proceedings were going on, the assessing officer was of the view that this amount has not been debited to the profit and loss account, although this amount was shown in the income tax return. So the AO made an opinion that it is not the actual expense and it is a contingent liability, and disallowed that expense. Although the assessee during the assessment proceeding has submitted the rental agreement showing that the amount is related to the business and it is the expense of the assessee. When the matter was before the tribunal said that in the present case the amount of expense has been claimed as per the Accounting Standard 19. It is not a contingent liability, and the tribunal was of the considered view that the nomenclature of the expense does not matter for calculating the computation of income of the assessee. In the present case, the amount is related to the business. It is wholly for the purpose of the business of the assessee. So it doesn't matter that whether it is debited to the profit and loss account or not. As far as the second issue was that the assessing officer has disallowed rupees 32 lakh claimed as bad debt, stating that it has also not routed to the profit and loss account. The assessee submitted that this amount has been given as an advance for rent and for telecommunications, and it is for the purpose of the business. The assessee submitted that since this amount is not receivable by the assessee and the services has not been received against those expenses, so since this amount is not recoverable and it has been given for the purposes of the business, so it should be allowed as an expense under section 37. The CIT appeal denied, but when the tribunal gave its finding, the tribunal said that from the facts of the case, it is very clear that these expenses has been allowed to the assessee in the preceding year and in the subsequent years also. So on the concept of consistency also, the amount should be allowed to the assessee. It is also a tried law that the principle of res judicata does not apply to the income tax proceedings, but that does not mean that the consistency has no role in the income tax proceedings. If a view has been taken that some expense is to be allowed to the assessee and there is no change in the facts of the case, then that expense should be allowed to the assessee in the other years also. Friends, this case is very important because whether an amount is debited to the profit and loss account or not does not decide that whether that amount is allowable as an expense, because sometimes it happens on the contrary that some amount is debited to the profit and loss account and it is not allowed to the assessee. So debiting to the profit and loss account does not determine that whether the expense should be allowed. Otherwise, the main factor for allowing some amount as a deduction is that whether it is allowable in the Income Tax Act or not. At the end of this video, once again, I am repeating the name of the case. The name of the case is Birla Soft Limited versus Assistant Commissioner of Income Tax, and this case is reported in 127 ITR Tribunal at page number 63, and the matter has been decided by Honorable Delhi ITAT A bench on 16th April 2025. Thank you, friends.